Hi everyone, welcome to class. I'm Kate, I'm an English teacher here on Verbling. And today's class is for intermediate students, and the topic is conditionals. So specifically today, we will be reviewing the first and second conditionals. The basic plan for the class is to go over the grammar behind these conditionals, so exactly what they are and how we form them. Then we'll do some practice, and hopefully we'll have some time for some speaking practice using these conditionals as well. Okay, so welcome students. Hi Salvatore.
Hi Kathleen, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you now. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? How are
Good.
you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Okay,
Nice to see you again, thank you.
Nice to see you as well. And hi, Note?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how do you say your name?
Yeah, just note, like
Note.
notebook.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
cool. Nice to meet you. How are
Nice
you
to meet
doing
you.
today?
Yeah, a little bit tired, but okay, it's okay.
A little tired?
Yes.
And where are you calling from?
Yeah, Thailand.
From Thailand, very cool.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
And hello, Anastasia.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm fine too, thanks for asking.
Good. How was your weekend?
That was pretty lazy.
It was pretty lazy?
Yeah, pretty lazy. I was watching TV, you know, just study a little bit English. That's it.
Uh-huh. Okay, good. Nice. And Javier? Hello? Okay, I'm not sure he can hear me. Javier, can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you, but it's very nice to have you here. And so, we have a few more students joining, I think. So for those of you who I haven't met before, I'm Kate. I'm an English teacher from the United States, currently living in Barcelona. And it's very nice to meet you all. Today's class is about the first and second conditionals. Okay, so Javier, you can hear me, but we can't hear you, or I can't hear you.
He should unmute himself.
Yeah, try speaking again, Javier. Okay, no, I still can't hear you. Okay, I think you might be having a microphone problem, but hopefully you'll be able to sort it out. Okay, so I'll give you an idea of what we'll be doing in today's class. We will go over the structure behind the first and second conditionals. So this might be review for some of you and new for others. And then we'll really try to put them into practice. So we'll look at when do we use the first conditionals, when do we use the second conditionals, and how can we tell exactly which one to use. So the situations where each one applies. Okay, and welcome Ali Beck.
Yes, hello Caitlin.
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
There's some troubles with the sound.
There's trouble with the sound?
Yes.
Okay, are other students finding that as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I wonder, do you think it's a connection problem or just the microphone?
I think it's a connection problem.
Uh-oh, okay.
Yeah, this is some kind of delay of the sound.
There's a delay. Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'll try, hopefully it will get better. My internet today has been a little bit strange, so hopefully it gets better. Okay, and welcome, Dom.
Hi, Caitlin.
How are you?
I'm fine, not bad.
Good. Okay. Good. Okay. So, so first and second conditionals. So, okay, so Alibek, is that message from a while ago? Oh.
It's what?
So Alibek said, hello, I can't enter to the class. It says your class is loading. Is that message from a while ago? Okay,
I guess
anyway.
so.
I guess so. Okay. So, have any of you studied the conditionals before?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Have any of you not studied the conditionals before? It's okay. The point is to learn. So it's okay if you haven't. We'll review them. But for those of you who have studied the conditionals, I want to start off with this. Can someone tell me what exactly is a conditional sentence?
Conditional sentence
Maybe
start with
when
a if.
Okay.
With a if word. Yeah.
So it's an if statement?
Yeah, if some situation or something, you would do that or you won't do that. So it depends on condition.
Okay, good. All right, and so give me an example.
Okay, for example, if the weather is fine, I will go outside.
Good, okay.
It's a first condition. First conditional.
Excellent. Okay, great, Anastasia. Yeah, Dom, did you want to add something?
If you want to pass the exam, you have to study.
Okay.
Yes.
It's very typical. Very typical. If the first conditional sentence.
Yeah, it's a very typical example. Absolutely. I think I actually used that example in my sample teaching video. So.
It's very common.
Okay. All right. Very good. So yes, as Anastasia and Dom said, conditional sentences are if-then sentences. Okay, they're if-then sentences. So in the if clause, which is the part of the sentence starting with if, we have the condition, and then in the second part, the main clause, we have the possible result. The possible result. Okay, and as they mentioned here, the two examples they gave are first conditional sentences. So let me share my screen with you so we can look at this grammar, okay, and then and get a little bit more into what the structure of these conditionals is. Give me a second. Okay, so can everyone see this?
Yes.
Great.
I'm getting sorry. Can you?
Sorry, I cannot.
You can't see this?
I'm sorry, I cannot see anything.
Okay, other students? You can see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, let me try.
I'm sorry, I cannot see anything.
You can't see it? Okay, let me try sharing it again. That's strange. Has this happened to you before? Class?
I can see now.
You can see it now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think there's some weird connection things today, so anyway, bear with me. And welcome, Fidel.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Okay, so so let's look first at the first conditional. Okay, and Fidel, can you read these two example sentences for me?
Yes. If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. If you don't apologize, she'll never trust you again.
Okay, excellent. So notice in both of these sentences, in the if clause, so the clause starting with the word if, we're using the present simple. Okay, so examples are is and don't apologize. Okay, so it can be positive or negative. And then in the main clause, we're using the simple future. So will go, will trust. And again, this can be made negative, so using never. or it can just be positive, as in will go. Okay, and Anastasia, can you read this bottom part, please? Anastasia, are you there? Okay, maybe not. Let's see. Note, can you read this bottom part, please?
The first, can you see me? Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
The first conditional refers to the present and future, and it expresses a possible condition and sorry, I cannot see.
Oh, you can't see that? Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Hold on. Oops. Okay, I'm technologically impaired.
I'm sorry.
That's my fault. Okay.
It expresses a possible condition and its probable reason in the future.
Okay, good. Thank you. Again, so with first conditionals, we're talking about situations that are possible or even probable, right? So they're not certain, but they're probable, okay? And again, we have a possible condition expressed in the if clause and a probable result. All right, and so let's look at some examples. No, we'll not look at some examples. So, so questions about the first conditional? Okay, so I think the difficulty really with the first conditional is deciding when we have to use it or when we have to use the second conditional. So, so let's look now at the second conditional and see how it compares. Okay, so what you want to remember as we look at the second conditional is that the first conditional is used for possible or probable, so realistic situations in the present or future. And just remember the verb tenses. So we have if. In the if clause, we have the present simple. And in the main clause, we have the future simple. Okay, so I'll write this in the verbling box just as a reminder. Okay, now let's look at some examples of the second conditional. Some examples of the second conditional. Salvatore, can you read this slide, please?
Yes. Jack wants to buy a house, but he can't do this because he doesn't have any money. If I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house.
Great. Okay. So here, this is an example of a second conditional. And let's look at the ways that it's different from the first conditional. All right, so, so remember, in the first conditional, in the if clause, we used the present simple. What tense are we using here in the if clause?
Simple past.
Excellent. Okay, and in the first conditional, in the main clause, we use the future simple. What are we using in the second conditional?
The conditional with auxiliary would.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, okay, great. So we're using the simple past, so had, and then in the main clause, we call it the conditional tense, which is basically would, the modal verb would, plus the infinitive without the word to. So not I would to buy, but simply I would buy. Okay, so very good, Salvatore. Absolutely. Okay, and so so notice here that this is a hypothetical situation, right? So Jack, the reality is Jack does not have money, right? He does not have any money. You can see his pockets are empty. But he's imagining what he would do if he did have, if he had a lot of money, and he would buy a big house. Okay? And let's look at another example, and welcome, Ali.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Ali, why don't you read?
I am late.
Oh, no, that's fine. Why don't you read this slide?
Okay. Susan wants to phone Paul, but she can't do this because she doesn't know his number. If I knew his number, I would phone him.
Great. Okay. So, so again, in the if clause, what tense are we using? What verb tense?
Past.
Past simple.
Great.
Yeah.
The verb knew. And then in the main clause?
Would plus.
Plus verb. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. So would plus the base verb, basically. Okay, very nice. Anastasia and Ali are like, we've heard this so many times, but it's good.
No, because I thought like you asked like everyone, and I was like, oh no, it wasn't my turn, and I did it, like, you know.
No, I'm happy that you participate, but I know that you both know this, so okay. All right.
You have a same lesson every week, I think.
I have similar ones. Okay. So so let's see. Let's look at again the structure here. In the second conditional, we're using the past simple, and then in the main clause, the present conditional. So who hasn't read? Dom, can you read the text at the bottom of this slide?
At the bottom, okay. If I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house. If I knew his number, I would phone him. If clause, past tense simple. Main clause, present conditional, would plus infinitive. The second conditional refers to the present and future. It expresses an unreal situation and its probable result. The situation or condition is improbable, impossible, imaginary, or contrary to known facts.
Okay. So, takeaways from this. So, let's see. Ali and Anastasia, I want the two of you to tell me, in summary, what are the differences between the first and second conditionals?
Okay.
So both in structure and in how we use them.
Okay, the first one, the first conditional you use when you talk about the present or the future. If it starts with a clause sentences, you should put present simple, and the second part, main clause, will start with a future simple. It's about the first conditional.
Good.
Okay, Ali, do you want to continue about second conditional?
No.
Okay, I can do it. It's not a big problem for me. Okay, second conditional we use when we're talking about unreal situation, which might happen or might not happen. Like it's unreal, so usually it won't happen. If clause you use past simple, and the main clause you use was would plus a verb in infinitive without to.
Excellent. Good. And the main difference in how we use them?
I think the first conditional is a possible situation or likely situation.
Mm-hmm.
Second is impossible or unlikely or improbable.
Okay, good, great. Okay, so very nice. Thank you both for that. Are there questions about either of these tenses or grammatical forms? Okay, so I want you to look at these two sentences in the verbling box. So here, let me make this a little bit clearer. So you have two sentences. One is said by a homeless man, so a man living on the streets. And then the second one is a similar sentence said by a billionaire. Okay? I want you to by yourself, try to fill in the spaces with the appropriate verbs. Okay, so just take a minute or two and try to fill in the spaces with the appropriate verbs. And think about what we've just talked about.
Should we type it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Sorry, good.
Yes.
Teacher, what is homeless?
Homeless means you don't.
What does it mean?
Okay. If you're homeless, you do not have a home. You live on the streets.
Ah, okay, I understand. Okay,
Okay. Good question.
thank you.
Streetless man.
Yes.
So we can call streetless man?
Homeless.
No, I'm just kidding. No, because we streetless.
Got it. Okay.
No, I was just kidding. I don't know, is it possible or not?
And Anastasia, that word is pronounced clause.
Okay, did I pronounce it correctly? Clause?
Yeah, perfect. So it's the same as, do you know what birds have as hands? So birds on the end of their...
Oh, claws. Yes.
It's pronounced the same way as claws.
Ah, oops, yeah.
Yeah,
Claws.
exactly.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so how would you fill in these sentences?
Me?
Whomever. Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
First is if I made $1 million, I would buy a Ferrari.
Okay.
And second,
Yes?
okay.
Actually, let's have someone else do the second one. Thank you, though. Okay, who can do the second one?
Okay, I can do.
Okay,
No
go ahead.
one's one second. Okay, if I make $1 million, I will buy a Ferrari.
Good. Okay. And all right. And so someone besides Ali and Anastasia, I want you to explain to me what are the differences between these two sentences? Besides Ali and Anastasia. Someone who's being quiet.
Sorry, can you listen to me now, Kate?
Yes, I can hear you now. Great.
Okay. Javier, again. Just the difference is if is one if with more impossible than other.
Yes. Okay. Which one is more possible and which one is more impossible?
The second one, I think, is more difficult possible.
More possible. And why is that?
Well, because a billionaire is more easy for him to make another million.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. And then and so what conditional do we use if it's a more possible situation?
It's the first conditional then.
The first conditional, absolutely. Okay, very good. And so what about for the more impossible case?
Well, in that case, you have to use the second conditional.
Absolutely, very good. Okay, so notice in the first, so just as Javier said, that was a perfect explanation, right? In the first sentence, the homeless man is unlikely to all of a sudden make $1 million. So we're using the second conditional. Whereas a billionaire, yeah, sure, he could pretty easily make another $1 million. Why not? So this is something he can say with more probability, right? He's using the first conditional. Okay, are there questions? Okay. Yes, questions?
No, I understand that the first is more likely than the second, and so that Mm. The first is like a prediction, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the second it's like a wish, impossible, I think.
Yeah, it's like a wish, a hypothetical situation. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, very good. All right, so if there are there any other questions? Okay, so what I want to do now is some practice. So we'll do some sort of grammar practice first, and then we'll try to do some speaking practice. So I'm going to share my screen with you again, and we'll do some grammar practice. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so here, it seems like you understand pretty well the difference between the first and second conditionals. So instead of doing specific grammar exercises for the first conditional and then specific exercises for the second conditional, we're going to do both at once. Okay, so we're just going to look at choosing between the first and second conditional. So it's a little bit trickier, but I think that this class is ready to do that. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen with you now. Okay, so can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So I want you to do this activity, activity number 7. And Javier, can you read the instructions, please?
Okay. Complete the sentence with the bold verbs. Use the first or second conditional.
Okay, great. So here's the example sentence. Anastasia, can you read the example?
Yeah, sure. Paul lives in a country. If he lived in a city, he would go out more often.
Great. Okay. So in this example sentence, what verb tenses are they using, and what conditional is this?
The second conditional?
Uh-huh.
Yes, second. And
Second conditional.
past
Yeah.
tense.
Good. Yeah, so again, we have past simple, lived, and the conditional tense would go. Okay? So on your own, I want you to work on these 6 questions, okay? So numbers 1 through 6. Try to fill in the appropriate verbs and decide if it's first or second conditional, okay? And be prepared to explain why. So I'll give you, 3 or 4 minutes to complete these 6 sentences on your own, and then we will discuss them. Okay, so let's start to go over these answers. It's okay if you're still working. We'll review them together. So who can answer question number 1? So read and fill in the blanks.
Me, maybe.
Can I try,
Okay.
teacher?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let Salvatore do this one.
Okay. I don't know her address. If I knew it, I would write to her.
Excellent. Okay, very good. So what conditional is this? Is this the first or second conditional?
Second conditional.
Good. And why are we using the second conditional here?
Because person don't know uh, the address, and he thought that if you have the address, he would write her.
Absolutely, yeah. So again, it's hypothetical, right? The first sentence is, I don't know her address. So we're imagining something that's not really real. Okay, very good, Salvatore. Okay, number 2.
Thank you.
Ali, do you want to do number 2?
I try
Yeah.
number 2.
Ah, okay.
No, okay.
Sorry. Let's see. Who wants to do this one, Ali or Dom?
Maybe Ali. It's not
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I am planning to go to England soon. If I don't go this summer, I will go next summer instead.
Okay, excellent. And what conditional is this?
First,
Okay, and why are you using the first conditional here?
because it's not impossible situation. It's likely, and he or she is planning to go somewhere. He changed his schedule.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Good. So it's a likely possible situation. And just notice, I typed the answer in the verb link box here for everyone. So you can say I will or I'll. And we tend to use the contraction. We tend to say I'll go next summer instead of I will go next summer instead. But both are correct. Very good. Who can try number 3?
Maybe me. Okay. Number 3 is if I could have any job in the world, I would be a fashion designer.
Okay, good. And what conditional is this?
It's the second, because it's like desire. It's impossible. Or,
Good. Good. And what is could in this sentence?
could is in the past.
Oops, I made a mistake. Sorry.
Sorry.
In my typing, so ignore what I just typed. I'm tired today. Okay.
If I
could have, okay. All right, so could is in the past, okay. Exactly what is it the past of?
It's past simple.
Of what verb?
Of can.
Yeah, okay, so this might seem confusing, right? Because usually the modal verb in the second conditional goes in the main clause. But here, could is working as Dom said, as the past of can. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. It's working as the past of can.
Yes, in fact, I found that a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky, absolutely, but very, very good. Okay, who can do number 4?
Me, for example.
Okay, go ahead, Javier.
I find languages difficult, but if I spoke perfect English, I will get a job in the USA.
Say it again. If I spoke perfect English?
Yeah, but if I spoke perfect English, I will get a job in the USA.
Okay, did you say will or would?
Will.
Okay, does everyone agree? So here's the sentence. He said,
uh, maybe we have to make would get a job in the USA.
yeah, so here it has to be would, right? Because we're using, Javier, which conditional is this?
Oh yes, the second one.
Yeah, you know this, right? So it's so here instead of will, you need to use would. Okay, and so do you see why? Because we have the spoke, the past simple, and the if clause. If I spoke perfect English, so we need to use the conditional tense in the main clause. I would get a job in the USA. Okay, but very good. Very good. Okay.
It's hypothetical, yes.
It's hypothetical. Right? Because we know this person finds languages difficult, so, probably it's going to be hard for this person to speak perfect English.
But not, it's not impossible.
Yes, it's not impossible, though. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely.
Okay.
Okay, number 5.
Okay, I can do it.
Okay.
Okay. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, we will have a barbecue.
Perfect.
The first conditional.
Perfect. And why are you using the first conditional here?
Because it can happen in the future.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Good. And notice that here, since it was negative, Anastasia correctly transformed this into doesn't rain. So if it doesn't rain tomorrow, we'll have a barbecue. Very good. And number 6.
I think is if you find 100 euro in the street, what would you do?
Okay.
I don't know why, but I don't you. It sounds more comfortable to me. Use the present if you.
Okay. So
find.
you think this should be first conditional. Okay. And so why does it sound more comfortable to you, or why do you think this is this is a probable situation?
I think it's not probable. I think it's second conditional, but I don't know why. I found my comfortable because it's formulated like questions. It's questions. I found more comfortable say if you find 100 euro in the street, what would you do? And not if you found. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's strange for me.
Okay, I see what you mean, but here, I mean, I don't know about all of you, but finding 100 euros in the street is not something that happens to me very often, right? I think of it as more of an unlikely or hypothetical situation. So something that's more, it's kind of like winning the lottery. Not quite as unlikely, but it's still pretty unlikely. So as you said, I think second conditional here is probably more appropriate.
Yes, for me, definitely it's second conditional.
Okay, but it just sounded better to you in first conditional.
Yes, I don't know why.
No problem. So how could we transform this sentence into the second conditional? So instead of find, we would use
Found.
found. Good. And, well, actually, can someone just read the sentence using second conditional? Anyone?
The number
Okay.
6, teacher.
Yes, go
Number
ahead,
6.
Salvatore. Yes.
If if you found 100 euros in the street, what what do you no what do you would you
Almost.
what would you do?
Excellent. Yes, perfect. So if you found 100 euros in the street, what would you do? Okay, very good. Good. Okay, are there questions about this?
No.
No. Okay. So, all right, if there are no questions, then I think we can do a little bit of speaking practice with first and second conditionals. Okay, and what we're going to do is an activity called a conditional chain. A conditional chain, and it's a little bit tricky. So what I'll do is I will say the beginning of a conditional sentence, okay? And I will ask one of you to finish the sentence. So let's see. If so here's the beginning of my conditional sentence. It's if I take classes on verbling. Let's see, Anastasia, can you finish this sentence for me?
Okay. If I take classes in verbling, I will improve my English.
Okay, good. So absolutely. And what type of conditional is this?
The first one?
The first one, right? Because I think it's something that's very likely. So she said, if I take classes on verbling, I will improve
my English.
Good. Improve my English. Okay? So now, I want someone else to take the second part of her conditional sentence, so I will improve my English, and transform that into the if clause of their conditional sentence. So I'll give you an example. I could say, if I improve my English, right? So I've transformed the main clause of her sentence into my if clause. If I improve my English, I will travel to the United States. Okay, and so we call this, and then the next person would say, if I travel to the United States, I will visit New York. Right, so we're building off each other's sentences to create new first or second conditionals. And we'll do this with both the first and second conditional. Questions about how this works?
We can transform. Transform the first conditional and second conditional when we play the game.
Yes. No. Actually, no.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Keep it in the same conditional.
Okay.
Good question. Keep it in the same conditional. Okay. So Dom, I'm going to give you the first sentence to. Actually, why don't you think of a sentence using the first conditional?
Okay.
So any sentence you like.
Okay. The first part.
No, the whole sentence.
The whole sentence. Okay, the first conditional.
Sorry, I put you on the spot.
Yes, it's very strange for me. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll give you one, and you can build off of mine.
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's easier. I know it's kind of strange to have to invent these sentences. Okay, so here's my sentence. If I join the gym, I will do more exercise. So, Dom, can you transform the second?
No, I've just done one phrase. If I buy
you thought of one. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
If I buy a car, I'll go to the trip.
If I buy a car, I will go on a trip.
I will go on a trip.
I will go on a trip. Okay, great. So let's see. Fidel, can you build off of Dom's sentence?
If I go to a trip, I will spend a lot of money.
Okay, good. Javier.
If I spend a lot of money, I will have to work.
Good. Very good. Note?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you transform Javier's sentence?
If I'm sorry, if I have to work or something?
Yeah, so he said, if I spend a lot of
Okay.
money, I will have to work.
If I have to work. If I have to work, I will not work on Saturday and Sunday.
Good. Good. Salvatore.
What is the sentence, teacher? I can hear the sentence.
No problem.
Oh, sorry.
Or not.
Can you repeat the sentence?
No
Note?
problem.
Oh, sorry. If I have to work, I will not work on the weekend.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I typed the sentence there as well.
Thank you. Yes. On the weekend.
I'm sorry.
No, probably not. Now I think.
This one is difficult.
1 minute, please.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
If I don't work on the weekend,
excellent.
I will earn more money.
More or less money?
More.
If you
More
don't
money.
work on the weekend?
If I don't work, I want earn more money.
Okay, let's say as much, or yeah, okay, I won't earn more money. Okay, good. Ali,
Yes.
can you build off of Salvatore's sentence?
If I don't earn more money, I won't have a girlfriend.
Okay. If I don't earn more money, I won't have a girlfriend. Okay, Anastasia.
Yeah. If I don't have a girlfriend, I will be happy.
Good. Okay. If I don't have a girlfriend, I will be happy. Okay, and Dom, finish your sentence.
Okay. If I will be happy.
In the if clause?
It's second, no?
First conditional.
First conditional.
So if I.
Sorry. If I. If I'm happy. Okay. I will handle better the life.
Excellent. Okay. I will handle life better. Okay, very good. Okay, so Good work to everyone. See, this is it can be a little bit difficult. That was the first conditional, and I think we have just enough time to do the same thing, but with the second conditional. Okay, so this one gets a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start with a conditional sentence.
Maybe me.
Okay, would you like to start?
Okay.
Okay.
It's very strange. Okay, if I had the wings, I would be the bird.
Okay, if I had wings, I would be a bird.
A bird.
Okay, yes. Excellent. Okay, so this is the second conditional. So we're going to do the same thing, transforming the main clause of the previous person's second conditional statement into your if clause. So Anastasia, why don't you start this time?
Okay, if I was a bird. Okay, if I wore a bird.
Good.
Sorry, I was just mixed. I was like was and were like.
No
and then
problem.
Okay, if I wore a bird, I would fly away.
Okay, good. Excellent. Salvatore.
Okay. More difficulties. Okay.
It's difficult. You always get the tricky ones.
If flew away, if flew away,
If who flew away?
If flew away,
you need
I
a subject.
Would go.
If
I flew away.
Good.
I would go to the moon.
You would go to the moon. Excellent. Okay, if I flew away, I would go to the moon. Note.
Yes. If I went to the moon, I will have a dinner there.
Will?
Will have a dinner there.
But we're using the second conditional, so I shouldn't be hearing will. I should be hearing. You replace will with?
So sorry. If I went to the moon, I will. Oh, sorry. I would.
Good.
I would find an alien or something.
Okay, I would find an alien.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Javier. Excellent. Good note. Javier.
If I found an alien, I would be his friend.
Okay. Okay. Good. And Fidel.
If I'd be aliens friends. If I were aliens friends, I will take a picture with him.
Good. Okay. So if I were an alien's friend, I would take a picture with him. And Dom, you get to finish this off.
If I took a picture of alien, I would be famous.
Excellent. Okay, so we went from if I had wings, I would be a bird, to if I took a picture with an alien, the alien, I would be famous. Okay, so very good work. I know this is a lot of things to think about at once.
Yes.
So we are just about out of time for today. I have another class coming up where we'll do some more speaking practice with the second conditional, if anyone feels like they still want to practice. But really good work today from all of you. And please, if you have any questions or something wasn't clear, feel free to send me a message on Verbling or on my Verbling Facebook page. Otherwise, I hope you all have a very good day, and I hope to see you soon in another class. Okay? Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks
you,
for
Thank you,
class.
teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.